Good morning, dear students. We had studied about electric dipole, which is made of two equal and opposite charges separated by a distance. And the dipole moment is given by P is equal to 2A into Q, where 2A is the distance between the two charges and Q is the value of one of the charges. Now let us see what happens when a dipole is placed in a uniform electric field. An external uniform electric field is represented by parallel lines. When a dipole is placed in an external electric field, it experiences a rotating effect. This rotating effect is called torque of the dipole. Torque spelling last line Torque. Now how is this torque produced? Because there are two equivalent opposite forces created on the two charges. And what is the value of this force F at the formed at the two ends of the charges? F, the formula of force on the charge F is given by F is equal to EQ, because we have studied E is equal to F by Q. So the value of torque is given by the formula force into perpendicular distance. The perpendicular distance is 2A sine theta and the value of force F is EQ. So you get EQ into 2A sine theta. Let us rearrange 2AQ and E, because 2AQ we have already studied dipole moment P. So P into E sine theta, which is P cross E. Next, let us study about continuous charge distribution and three formulas: linear charge density, surface charge density, and volume charge density. What is this continuous charge distribution? The distribution of charge on a surface is called continuous charge distribution, which can be either positive or negative. Depending on the charge density, there are three formulas. The three formulas are given by, first one, linear charge density, which is the formula is charge per unit length. So its unit is coulomb per meter. Second one, surface charge density, the formula is charge per unit area and the formula is coulomb per meter square. Third one, volume charge density, the formula is charge per meter cube. So coulomb per meter cube. Next, the most important portion of this chapter, Gauss's law and its applications. So we'll be deriving this application of Gauss's law for two: field due to an infinitely long uniformly charged wire and field due to a uniformly charged plane sheet. So let us look into detail Gauss's law and its applications.
Gauss's law states that the total flux through a closed surface S is given by 1 by epsilon 0 times the total charge Q enclosed by the closed surface S. Mathematically, Gauss's law can be given as total flux phi equals 1 by epsilon 0 into Q, or phi equals simply Q by epsilon 0. What is Q? The total charge enclosed by the surface, and phi the total flux coming through the surface. We have already studied that flux phi is equal to E dot ds. So using Gauss's law and this equation, these two equations, we are going to do our derivations. The first derivation is to derive the electric field due to an infinitely long, straight, uniformly charged wire. For that, we have to consider a cylindrical Gaussian surface around the wire. So in the diagram, look into the diagram, you can see an infinitely long conductor, charged wire. This is a wire. Okay. For that, to find out the electric field, we are considering an imaginary Gaussian surface. According to the Gauss's law is applicable in closed surface. So we are considering a closed cylindrical surface whose linear charge density is lambda. Do you remember linear charge density? Charge per unit length. So lambda equals Q by L. So we are considering an imaginary cylindrical Gaussian surface around the charged wire. Charged wire ചുറ്റും ഒരു സിലിണ്ടറിനെ ഇമാജിൻ ചെയ്യുക. Closed surface imaginary ആണ്. Let its length be L and radius be R. The electric field is only radially outward. മേളിലേക്കും താഴേക്കും ഇലക്ട്രിക് ഫീൽഡ് ഇല്ല because electric field is always radially outward. So let us try to find out the electric field due to this charged wire, infinitely long charged wire. So we have considered this imaginary Gaussian surface. Let us apply the formulas. First one, flux phi is equal to E dot ds. What is ds? The surface area of the closed surface. The surface area of the cylinder. We have a cylinder here. What is the curved surface area of the cylinder? 2 pi RL. R is the radius, L is the length of the cylinder. So, instead of phi is equal to E dot ds, ds can be replaced by 2 pi RL. Call this as equation number 1. Now let us apply Gauss's law. What is Gauss's law? Flux phi is equal to 1 by epsilon 0 times Q. So, phi is equal to 1 by epsilon 0 times Q. What is Q? Q is equal to lambda into L. What was this lambda? The linear charge density. Linear charge density is equal to Q by L. So, Q is equal to lambda into L. So, we have got two equations. First one, flux phi is equal to E into 2 pi RL. Second equation, flux phi is equal to lambda L by epsilon 0. Let us equate these two. Phi is the same, so equating the right side, we get the equation E into 2 pi RL is equal to lambda L by epsilon 0. L and L, you can cancel it from both sides. And what is the value of E? You get E is equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon 0 R. Okay, so this is our equation. E is equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon 0 R. Second derivation is to calculate the electric field due to a uniformly charged infinite sheet. Here, the infinite charged sheet has got a surface charge density represented by sigma. Surface charge density was the second formula under charge distribution. What is the formula of surface charge density? Charge per unit area. So, Q by A. So, we are going to calculate electric field due to a charged sheet. For that, consider this diagram. This diagram, this is a sheet. Okay. And here again we have to consider a Gaussian surface, imaginary Gaussian surface. So, here we are considering a Gaussian surface of this shape. Okay. This shape is called a rectangular parallelopiped. Okay. A rectangular parallelopiped. Okay. And its cross-sectional area, we are taking it as A. Okay. So, this is a charged sheet and this is the imaginary Gaussian surface. നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ പഠിച്ച പോലെ electric field is only in this direction. മേലേക്കും താഴേക്കും ഇല്ല. Radially outwards only. So, let us apply our equations. In this imaginary Gaussian surface, we have considered a Gaussian surface of this shape. Its cross-sectional area is A. So, the first equation, phi is equal to E dot ds. Instead of ds, we can write 2A because we have area in both sides. Electric field we have to both directions. So, we have the equation phi equals E dot ds. ds can be replaced by 2A. രണ്ട് faces ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ടാണ് for both faces 2 into A. E dot ds ന് പകരം 2 into A. Call this as equation number 1. Next, let us apply Gauss's law. Gauss's law states that flux phi is equal to 1 by epsilon 0 times charge. And what about the charge here? I told you surface charge density sigma എന്നാണ് എടുത്തിരുന്നത് for the plane sheet. So Q is equal to sigma into A. Sigma was Q by A. So Q is equal to sigma into A. അപ്പോൾ Q ന് പകരം sigma A എന്ന് എഴുതാം. So flux phi is equal to sigma A by epsilon 0. So we have got two equations for phi. One is E into 2A. Second one is sigma A by epsilon 0. So let us equate the two. Equating the two, E into 2A is equal to sigma A by epsilon 0. നേരത്തെ ചെയ്ത പോലെ A and A gets cancelled on both sides and you get the formula E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon 0. This is our required formula.